Greetings, people of the world. Matthew back with you for another quest here in White Knight Chronicles 2. And we're taking on one of the biggest quests that there is, because it is very long and there are multiple parts to it. So we're taking a run at the location that is only available to you following the completion of the main storyline. We're doing a run of Vellgander, the lost city that's raised by Emperor Madoras following the end of the game. And we're taking on the 6th level of Vellgander because this allows you the opportunity to see some of this, basically what is in store for you in the second half of the different sections of Vellgander. There are 10 in total, not including the Apex. And for the first 5 levels of Vellgander, the first 5 sections, you're basically fighting against a whole bunch of different enemies that are main enemies and main bosses that can be seen throughout the game. And then in addition to that, there's also when you get to the second half of the Vellgander sections, you get to the bosses that you fight are completely different, but I'll explain more about that when we get to that point. So the main purpose of getting through each of the 4 floors is that you have to activate each of those panels there. And in doing so, you get to access the main central chamber of each floor, which is that. And boy, we're moving fast here. We're moving very fast. Everyone's already got the other 3 access points open. So let's start beating some bad guys. So yeah, you just keep doing this for 4 floors. And then on the 5th floor, you're given a certain task. So we'll just let them do that and end this floor in a hurry. Because yeah, we're gonna finish it in just over 2 minutes. That's incredible. Even though we're doing this in Vel 6, which is pretty high. So let's start branching out here. I have no problem with the longsword restriction because I'm using a staff. And I know I'm being targeted, so let's leave you alone. And then, yeah, fortunately I had an ally. Yeah, you get those warp crystals and you use them to unlock the corresponding colors of the 4 different rooms. So, let's go down to this next section and start beating up some bad guys. Let's start roasting them. Roasting the skeletons here. They always poison you, it seems, and you can't do a thing about it. So let's try and bring down these assassins. I'm guessing there is something that they are weak to, the assassins, but if there is, I haven't seen it yet. And everything else is an elemental, and I don't want to fight them because they're not being provoked by me. And I'm not provoking them. So, we're going to change rooms. And yeah, I've been poisoned again, so yeah, the skeletons are really good at poisoning you. The poison doesn't last forever though, it wears off after a time. Pretty much like all stat effects. Let's see if we can't finish off that skeleton. Boom, there he goes. Okay. They're not in battle. Come on, who's attacking? Alright, so we don't have the correct color, so we have to move elsewhere. Okay, the other 2 have been completed. So let's see if I got any of the jade, because he's signaling 0 jade, which means he does not have a green crystal. So let's see if any one of us has one. Oh, okay, someone had it. Okay, yeah, that information would have been very helpful earlier. Alright, so who's next? Yeah, sometimes you'll fight various monsters, and other times as well when you get into the central chamber you'll fight a boss opponent of some kind, a giant monster. And it's always random. So you never know what you're going to be fighting. Alright, so let's move on to the third floor. And I guess I can go to this direction because no one's over there. I'll give myself a bit of a refuel on health because I'll definitely need it. And in we go. Okay, no restrictions, which means we're good. Let's burn you out. Glad you poisoned me because I know you like that. Oh, you didn't poison me for once. Yeah, that was a very nice, refreshing reprieve there. Oh, I'm being targeted by, I guess it's the archers and the wizards. So let's get you guys out of the way. And now let's see what you are weak to, if anything. He's not... Yeah, that's not going to affect me. Well, he's down. Alright. I do have a sapphire, so I can use that. And I'm going to leave this last one alone, because I'm pretty sure someone is going to have the last necessary crystal. One of those 4 guys should have it. And they do. And I do not need to do any inspections on myself, thank you very much. Okay, so let's see what we got now. Okay, more of the same. Just insects. So let's roast them. Yeah, just like that, in 7.5 minutes, we've already completed 3 floors. We are really moving here. I've only completed a run of Vellgander in less than half an hour once. So if we pull this off in less than half an hour, I'll be very impressed. So let's go in here. Can't use swords, that's not an issue with me. Let's prevent you from casting Silence on me, thank you. Let's have you try and poison me. I'm gonna bring you down. What happened to your poison? Where did your poison go, skeletons? Did I actually intimidate you that much? In any event, we got another sapphire. And so that's taken care of. Let's see here. Okay, I think he's going to change rooms, the guy in the room beneath me, so I'm going to do this change over to see if I have anything that he doesn't. This is really a teamwork quest, if you want to pull it off. Oh, can't use elemental magic. That means I can't get into a fight. What's targeting me? Oh, that. And I can't do anything because... Yeah! Oh, crap. And yeah, there's an assassin pursuing me. Ugh. This is awful and evil. Yeah, there's nothing I can really do here. That's bad. It looks like this guy's almost got the arc killed off by himself. That is impressive. I'm gonna slow you down just so you're not as much of a pain. Crap. I'll do whatever I have to keep myself alive, but yeah. I'm not really much of a contributor this time around. There's some situations where you just can't avoid what's going on. So, I won't even get out the holy light. Yeah, it doesn't help it when you can't do what you were hoping to do because of a restriction on your ability. But that's gonna happen, and if it happens with an Incorruptus in the room, then yeah, start praying. Okay, so let's start breaking some lizards and shattering some spiders and cracking some scorpions. Yep, there they all go. Yeah, so there's the waste of a time floor taken care of. Well, it wasn't a total waste. I did activate one room. So now that we're on the 5th floor, we have to defeat a set of targets. It's not just a target, there are multiple targets. They're indicated by these stars on this map. You get off all 3 of them, and you can move on. There's some restrictions as they showed. The 2 most well-known are cannot use transform, which means you can't use your own knight's power, and in addition, a death limit. If anyone in your party gets killed, that adds to death count, and if cumulatively your party dies 5 times, that's an automatic disqualification. But fortunately, we just only have to worry about the transformation prevention, but that's not really a concern to us. We're pretty good enough. I think we're good enough to not have to worry about something like that. Alright, so here's our first main adversary, and it's one that's popularly seen in just deserts as well as support the troops, and this is the I can't remember what he's called. The Duke Gygas, that's it. I can never remember his name, but yeah, this guy is a real problem because you cannot really do much damage to him for the first part of the battle. He takes very little damage, if any at all, and when you do damage him, it's, like I said, it's not for much. All you really have to do is just keep chipping away at him in minuscule amounts, and ultimately get him to the point where he opens up his body to be able to be vulnerable to attacks, and that will allow you to inflict more damage. But yeah, this fighting the Duke Gygas is a real test of endurance, and the same goes for its enhanced version, which is the General Gygas. Yeah, if you are able to somehow get an actual hit on him for legitimate damage, it's a miracle because it happens so randomly. I think success rate is like less than 1% to get a normal attack score against him against the first form. And you can tell that he has these fortifications because of the icons next to his name. The alternating orange and green icons show that he has this fortification and will not drop it until he has lowered his defenses. For the most part, the way that damage is taken is that he can damage himself. You probably saw the line Power Overload show up, and that's pretty much the only way you can damage the Duke Gygas in its current form, is to pretty much let him do most of the dirty work for you. It's weird, but it'll get you to where you want to be, which is now at this point. There we go. So now we can start attacking his body because his defenses have been dropped. And so I need to slow him down and also get my magic boosted and also defend myself with this attack. And now the Arcane Light, which causes Curse. Whoa, we are really starting to get some damage on him. So much so I didn't even really get as much of a chance to find his elemental weakness, but that's okay. He's gone, and there's 1 down, 2 to go. Just kill him off. Oh, and there's another Duke Gygas waiting in the wings. I'm gonna take a moment to go around and check the other rooms because there are various locations in each of the corners. There are a total of 8 of them in all, as indicated by this map. And there's a chance that you can find a treasure chest. You can see you probably would have noticed that I came across one earlier, and there's another one over there. So I'm going to take the opportunity to free up some space for my allies. Yeah, so it looks like, ooh, this could be trouble. Oh, get it off in time? Yes. I will definitely mana parasite you. Or at least try to. Well, so much for that. So let's see what's in here. And everyone gets this chest. Everyone can go to it, and everyone can get an item from it. In this case, a high elixir. Let's see what else I can find. I don't see a chest. Nor do I see one over there, so maybe I missed seeing it? Let's see what happens. Let's get rid of these guys. There we go. Okay, yeah, there's nothing over here. Yeah, it's only a maximum of 3 chests in the room. Okay, so let's go now down to the lower corner. You can't hide from me. I see you back there. I don't see you like they do in Avatar, but I do see you. Oh, why don't you know it's a Shadow Wizard? Okay, I have no problem siphoning as much MP from you as I want because you are a Shadow Wizard. I shall do a full extraction of you. Oh, it matters not. I'll just keep siphoning magic from you. Yeah, you siphon some off me? I don't think so. Anyway, luckily I came prepared. And now to burn you. Down he goes. Now then, what's the third boss? Oh, that's the Wraith we're fighting against. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that because maybe I can get a squirming husk out of it. And that's necessary for enhancing my Soleil cloak, which is what I'm wearing right now as the main part of my outfit. Soleil cloaks are definitely the hardest to enhance in the game because the items for it are so rare. Okay, no, not that. I meant to use Final Apocalypse, but it doesn't matter if the Wraith is dead. What do I know? And with the 3 bosses out of the way, we can now move on. But only after we get what's in this treasure chest. You're not getting up that easy. Boom, he gone. So what's in here? A mana potion 3, I can live with that. Okay, so now we gotta go back up to the upper left, because that's where the exit is, and that'll take us to the boss room. So, just walk over here. This is crazy. You are given 90 minutes to do this quest, and so far, through 5 floors, we've done it in less than 20. That's impressive. And I have picked up some mana potions along the way, and I have no problem using them. Oh, I think his enthusiasm may be a little premature. Let's get up some fortifications first. Alright. So, here at the top of the floor, we're fighting against... Yeah, that's... You're not seeing this wrong. We're fighting against the Moon Maiden Luthia. She's been corrupted and been given her actual purpose. Because you might remember back in the main storyline that Emperor Madoras took away all the Knight's power because it was absorbed into the White Knight to allow for his rebirth. So now the Knight's power is being used for their original intended purpose, which is basically to destroy us. And it's this way for every floor from Vellgander 6 through 10. In level 6, we fight Moon Maiden Luthia. In level 7, we fight the Black Knight Dinopus on floor 8. Dragon Knight Larvae on floor 9, the Sun King Atalaya, and on floor 10, the White Knight Weisel. And then on the apex, you fight Madoras himself and his corrupted White Knight. So it looks like we got the two lesser corrupted down the way, so now we can just focus our targets on Luthia. And I believe we have some Arc crystals are coming her, so we have to deal with those things. Get them out of the way. Alright, they're gone. Alright, so now... no, I don't want to use that. I want to enhance my own magic and slow her down. Yeah, that's something you definitely have to be wary of. She can siphon everyone's MP as a group. And so that's something you definitely have to be wary of. Not enough MP? No problem. But it won't matter because we're about to cut her off. Yep, there she goes, she's down, it's over. The Moon Maiden has been eclipsed. And in just over 22 minutes, we've beaten the quest. That is an all-time speed record for me in any Vellgander section. That was amazing. I'm really happy to have done this run and that we got it done that fast. I am very impressed with what we did. We were very fortunate that things worked out the way they did too. So, yeah, you can easily get the time bonus in any Vellgander. So, that definitely helps. And so, the main item that you can get out of this quest, but it's a very rare drop, are the codes. And the codes are items that are used for enhanced versions of your own knight's weapons. But those are for the ultimate levels of weaponry for knights. So, definitely something you would want to try to do, but definitely difficult to obtain. So that's going to do it for a run in Vellgander, and here in Vellgander Section 6. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next quest here in White Knight Chronicles. Until next time, take care, and I'll see you soon.